revivalhouse.net, here with part 2 of our Stephen King's It commentary. Speaking of which, we're talking about the original TV miniseries from 1991. Is it 91 or 92?
1990, I think.
Fuck, is it 90? I'm off my shit. But we did part 1 last night, and we are just a day ahead in real time doing this one. So we're obviously doing this in preparation for the new movie theatrical adaptation coming out in 2 weeks. So I'm pretty sure it'll still be 2 Fridays from whenever this posts, which everybody's really anticipating it. And, they actually just started people started coming out with some reviews. They let a lot of different people start to watch it as of yesterday, like more and more people. And I haven't really seen any bad reviews at all. Like everybody's saying it's really, really good. So, but anyway, we're all looking forward to that. We're going to hop right in. This is the half that Zach doesn't like so much. I watched this movie in full a few nights ago on the Blu-ray. They don't split it up like the VHS or the DVD, but I didn't think it was bad. I mean, I guess you could make that argument, but they have a little bit of the flashbacks of the kids. It's kind of like in the first part, it's mostly the kids, but it's laced with all the adults, in present day. It's just more of the kids. This is kind of the opposite where it's mostly the adults, but they lace it with like scenes of the kids, a little bit. But let's just jump right into it. Are you down with that?
Let's do it.
Gonna do a 3. Gonna do a 2. Gonna do a 1. Gonna do a play. Shit, I fucked that up. There was a pop-up.
You stupid bitch. I thought I heard you press play before you even said play, too.
Okay. Sorry. Psych. We're going to do it again. Give me a 3. Give me a 2. Give me a 1. Give me a play.
Hell yeah, we seen that car, motherfucker. I think on the tape, whenever you start part 2, it starts with the credits again. So yeah, if you're watching the tape, just fast forward.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess we didn't even address. Who's watching the VHS right now? Really?
Some people might be
the purists.
If I still had the tape, I'd watch it.
The DVD doesn't do that though, right?
No, that's what we're watching.
Oh, this is the DVD itself. Okay.
Yeah. So does it seem weirder watching it like with some of the picture missing? Because on the Blu-ray, isn't it like square?
Yeah, it is. It's not stretched out. It is cut off. But I didn't mind it. You get used to that.
Yeah.
But I actually prefer watching it like this on my PC with a decent sized screen and it. What a fucking idiot.
He's a little bit. He's a fucking asshole.
He ain't PC, that's for sure.
Oh, damn. Damn. You fucking with that motherfucker.
He went there. He's sitting here with his 4 gravestones and he points to the one that's supposedly already taken because he's digging the empty ones, referring to their friend that killed himself in the bathtub, or maybe he did it. We don't know. We were discussing that at the end of the last podcast. But
I like to think he did it.
Well, no, I don't know. I think he might have had a hand in it because I think it's the same thing with what's the bully's name?
Bauer, because they both saw the deadlights. Remember at that moment? They both did. Yeah.
Bauer's hair turned white. He ran away and he had and Bauer's went crazy. Obviously he didn't go crazy. He grew up and he had that ugly wife and they were watching Perfect Strangers, but he kind of had a control over Bauer too, right? Still to the day. I think the difference is like Bauer, because they saw the deadlights, and the guy that killed himself they never were able to truly forget, I don't think.
Yeah. One of the books he wrote is called The Glowing. That's probably a reference to The Shining.
Oh, Bill, I didn't even notice that. Where did we see that?
I just showed it. He looked at all the books he wrote. It says that in the trivia too.
That'd be a trip, man, to see a friend you had when you were like 10, 30 years later.
I'm thinking about fucking him in the ass and pulling on that ponytail.
What the fuck? I had a situation like that. My older brother sort of divorced the family, kind of. We kind of went our separate ways, and it was kind of a tale of like the Prince and the Pauper, right? I went with my family, and we struggled, and we were poor, and all that stuff. And he kind of went off and lived with my grandmother. And he was kind of raised as sort of an only child and had the best of everything, college, the whole deal. And it really was that kind of situation. Anyway, the last time I had seen him was in elementary school. And then I pulled some strings and I got in contact with him in the days of MySpace. You remember MySpace? Fuck.
Yeah, you told me this story before.
I told you the story once, but basically I connected with him and I wanted to meet up with him, and I did. And I met up with him, and I hadn't seen him since he was like in his 20s, early 20s, and we hadn't seen each other since we were like 10. And it was that kind of situation where, wow, this guy that I remember, the last time I remembered him, it was like as a 10-year-old kid, and now he's like a guy that had already gone through puberty and adulthood, and he was engaged. It was really weird. It's like talking to a whole different person. So
that is
I don't know.
weird.
So it's kind of probably what Bill's going through here.
And he lived in the fucking haunted house that everybody will figure out about when our paranormal episode comes out.
Oh, that's right. He did. So I wonder if Tim Reed's looking at Bill right now like, man, I don't even know this guy with a ponytail. Who the fuck is this guy? I'd be asking him all kinds of questions like, why do you got a ponytail?
I would think he's an imposter. He's fucking Pennywise. He's fucking with him. The real Bill died a long time ago.
Maybe this will stimulate those old memory banks a little.
He found that at a pawn shop, man. The Schwinn.
Swing.
Dude, there's no way I would ride that thing. Because remember at the end of the movie where he's flying down that steep hill down the street, dodging traffic?
Mm-hmm.
With that old ass Schwinn that probably has shitty brakes and no like.
It just starts falling apart while he's going down.
We're gonna see that at the end, but that part of the movie drives me fucking crazy. How his wife, Norma Bates, she kind of goes into this weird catatonic state, this vegetable state, right? Because she sees its deadlights, and they really just kind of sandwiched in there really fast, and they cure her, and he pulls out the bike, and for some reason this is supposed to wake her up, and he puts her on the front of it, and he's driving like a madman, down the street. And it wakes her, and I don't get it.
In the book,
get it.
In the book ends. They kill fucking Pennywise, and it just keeps going for like another hour or so. It has a pretty long epilogue, so they just kind of crammed it all at the end of this. That was part of that.
Well, I'm sure it was elaborated further and made more sense in the book then. But it's really nothing. It's just all of a sudden she's catatonic, and they kind of act like it's ending. Everybody leaves. And the cab's there to take them back, and it even has Tim Reed talking over, the end of the movie, like Bill, kind of telling everybody's epilogue what happened. So it's like it ends, but then Bill fucking has to like take her on a bike ride, and it wakes her up, and it's just the weirdest thing.
He needed to just, pull out that cock and dangle it in front of her face. Yeah, see, you kept saying that like, oh, Zach doesn't like that. I don't hate this. I just think the first part's better. I think this is okay. It's just not as good. Like, this scene's really memorable.
Of course it is, because this is the silliest scene Tim Curry's in. It really is. This is the most unscary part. Because I get it. It's hard to be scared of him these days because he's just kind of silly. But even like him in the sheets is scary. Him kind of digging the grave is kind of creepy. Him in the swamp with the dad and stuff is kind of creepy. But this is just pure silliness, right? And it's not scary because this is the only other time, I believe, where you see Pennywise in a scene with a whole bunch of other people, right? Usually it's just one-on-one, and it kind of makes it creepy. Here it's like broad daylight. We're in the middle of a public library, and it's just not scary. And he's up there telling shitty jokes, dad jokes.
Oh, you be nice.
Look at him.
Remember when your parents used to go read the newspaper and sit on the toilet?
No.
Oh, mine did. I always thought that was like how I'd know when I was an adult is when I got the urge to read the newspaper on the toilet.
Let's see all these people flinch when they get hit.
Yeah.
I thought it's not supposed to be there.
I kind of like it though. It works.
It does. It's cool. They did a pretty good job. What is those things that he's spinning? What are those fucking things? I've never known what they were.
Like little noise things.
You're too old. You can see where his fucking little bald cap.
Yeah, you can see his bald cap.
Looks ridiculous. You don't. It's so ridiculous. Would be funny if he fucking fell off that shit.
This would be kind of funny though. This guy yelling at you like this.
I love the look on his face. So, in this version, what I don't understand is clearly is the It or Pennywise threatened, because all he's doing here is telling him to get out. You know, he's telling him to get out while you still can. Get out, get out.
It's
He's
just
like,
the
warning.
beginning of the second part. They want to prolong it, man.
No, really, because he has to feed every 30 years is what they allude to later. They'll sit there and reveal that. And he's obviously, because it started off the movie with him eating another child, right? In the sheets. So he's back. He's getting more kids. And that's why Tim Reed's bringing everybody back. This scene is fucking ridiculous.
This is just what this movie needed.
I guess, yeah, to lighten it up. It's too early in the movie for this. But I guess he feels threatened, right? It's like he wants to just do his thing and eat the kids and feed like he has to do. And these people are coming back, the only people that probably ever defeated him. And, yeah, he probably feels threatened. Dude, there's no way I would do this shit.
This isn't as good as the little, like, happy fucking montage in Silent Night, Deadly Night where he's working at the store. Oh, that's cheesy as fuck. It would have been better if after it happened he went like Eddie Murphy.
Are they really having that much fun? Is it
Apparently.
that much fun?
Yeah, remember that whenever you used to put like fucking
the
shit on your
spokes.
bike spokes? Like, what was the point of that shit?
I never did it myself, but
I see it. So we ain't gonna see little Jonathan Brandis. I want to suck his dick. It didn't even look like anybody was in the back seat of that when it passed.
I like this scene where he stops to go down in the creek and he sees the other fat kid getting bullied. Hang in there, champ. It reminds me of a Problem Child. Just the way he's talking, you know, to him, the kid. Hang in there, champ. My favorite color is blue.
I hate clowns. That's what they should have done. They should have like brought Junior into it. He could have been his son still, and he's like, I still hate clowns. And he fucking fights Pennywise.
That'd be awesome if Michael Oliver was in this. They should have cast Michael Oliver as one of the kids.
That'd have been dank as fuck.
Because if this is 90, is this 90? So he was fatter. So Problem Child technically came right after this, and he was probably a little thinner.
Mm-hmm. That kid, this fat kid kind of looks like the fucking Crispin Glover version. Like he's got that haircut.
Oh, let me see.
Maybe not.
I want perfect veneer teeth like John Ritter, circa 1990. I forgot he was dead, man. I'm sad all over again.
Yeah.
You know when somebody freshly dies and I don't want to watch any of their movies? I'm exactly the opposite. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, he does have the Crispin Glover hair.
Yeah.
Look, hang in there, champ.
You ever see the movie Like Mike?
Yeah, with fucking Bow Wow. I want to be like Mike.
Fuck it.
Morris Chestnut.
Crispin Glover was in that.
Oh,
That was funny.
I don't really recall it.
I remember that was one of those movies that whenever I watched it in the theater, I could see the microphones. I think I told you that before.
Yeah, you did. I love this scene, man, because that's the Ritter I love, man. Like because you know, me and Todd, we always used to talk about how he was the perfect dad. We always wanted the John Ritter dad in Problem Child, and he just gave us a little bit of that Ben Healy in that scene.
Yeah.
You hang in there, champ. You're gonna make it. Why don't you keep that?
Why the fuck haven't you watched Terror Track yet?
I don't know, man. I got a lot of shit to watch.
He needs to.
Look at the Spirit Halloween Shop skeleton just standing there. That's all it was. What was I saying before? I was saying something. This guy's a great fucking bum.
They should have got Buck Flower to do it.
Yeah, they should have.
And that's my baby. And then I wanna do to get better.
Where do I know her from? That cat taxi driver. Doesn't she look really familiar?
Yeah, kind of.
She kind of looks like Uncle Eddie's wife. A little bit. What, Catherine? Is that her name?
Oh, look at this motherfucker.
I guess it would be pretty fucked up with this like image of this clown. Like, how come this one doesn't explode on his face with blood? How come he gets out of the blood?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like how he had that professionally printed on the balloon.
Mm-hmm. Otacon. Oh, that reminds me. What do you think of that music video I sent you
Which one was it?
on Facebook?
Oh, I fucking wanted to pre-order that shit. Stat.
That was so fucking weird.
11.
Yeah, dude, that could be nightmare fuel if you were at home alone. Oh, dude, is that Bryan Cranston?
I actually really like this. It does look like a skinny Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, for anybody that's at home alone and you're like, oh man, I want to see something fucking weird that might creep me out, type in YouTube. Let me see what the whole title is. In symbol of Christ the Savior and crude Mother Earth, our icons. Type that in and watch that shit. That's fucking weird. That was fuck. Imagine waking up at night and seeing that fucking staring at you. I'd come.
Nothing like a good pull on the old lung sucker, huh?
It was like Ken Jennings.
Hmm.
Jeopardy champion.
This motherfucker's still alive.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy, actually.
Yeah.
Mr. Keene?
And then he fucks with him. What a little bitch.
Because this is like the first time in the movie where he kind of possesses somebody. You know? It's like almost like he possesses... Because this actually looks like it really happens.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I don't know.
I'm Eddie Casbrack.
That, you know who should have played this part? Jim Varney.
Jim Varney. Yeah, he was still alive. He ain't old enough, man. They had to get some prosthetics for him.
Yeah.
Dude, Jim Varney could have played Pennywise in 1990.
Yeah, that reminds me. I saved some trivia to read that there was some stuff in there about potential Pennywises, which was cool.
No. Okay, well, tell me. Because Zach was on muscle relaxers in the last podcast, so he claims that's the reason for his negligence.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I was on autopilot the whole time. It was weird. But yeah, I'll pull those out later. Not yet.
Why, man?
You
Okay.
gotta save
Maybe-
them.
Mr. Keene?
Get out of Derry while you still can.
Mr. Keene, please.
Why would he call him Mr. Keene at that point?
Beware,
Mm-hmm.
girly boy.
Good boy.
You die if you try. Yeah, you need to start downloading this shit so it stops buffering while we're watching it.
Dude, it doesn't normally happen. I don't know what it is about this movie.
I'm pretty sure it's because it's like fucking Google like Drive. It's not made like you can preview it, but it's not made to stream shit like Netflix is. I think that's why.
Well, Google owns the world, so they need to get on it and make it that way. I love this scene. This scene's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's really neat when she turns back at the end and sees the house all like shut down. You know, it's all.
I remember this scene was like way more fucked up in the book too, and I don't remember what it was.
I bet every scene was.
I don't remember what it was in this particular though. That was so fucked up. I remember. I want to see her and her dad fuck.
So I want to know if that's Pennywise and this is all illusion. Is her father really dead? Because that's what this old lady Pennywise is telling her. Oh, your father passed away. I hate to tell you. You know, because clearly she's estranged from him.
Yeah, you think they would like notify her or something?
Yeah, she must be that estranged. But
she'd probably be the person they called to like arrange funeral and stuff like that. Unless,
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how she wouldn't know it all, but still, regardless, she's unaware because she went to the house. Well, she went to the house to find him, and we find out that it's totally shut down, right? So she didn't even know that the house was shut down. She just assumed that he was maybe living there. So yeah, that's already kind of weird. But is Pennywise as that old woman lying to her that her father's dead?
mm-hmm.
And why is there two faucets on one sink? Is this like before the era of two sinks, like his and her sinks?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of them's hot and one's cold. I see.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, they're two separate faucets. There's two separate nozzles. You're right. That's weird.
It is.
I never seen those. What makes her want to like revisit that? I mean, I guess she maybe, I don't know.
Oh, Tommy Lee Wallace felt that part 2 wasn't as good as part 1 because the adults weren't as magnetic to watch, especially when it came to the battle with Pennywise. So he agrees with me, motherfucker. I think that's like pretty like universal.
You're breaking up like a motherfucker. I heard none of that. I heard Tommy Lee Wallace, and then the rest of it sounded like the fast food thing on Wayne's World too.
Look at her teeth. I let her say one day. It said like Tommy Lee Wallace didn't think the second part turned out as good as the first part too, basically.
I think Pennywise is getting to us because every time you talk about Tommy Lee Wallace, it keeps cutting out. So it's just not meant to be. But from what I understand, what I think you're trying to say is that Tommy Lee Wallace liked the first part better too. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Pennywise he tried to keep us down, but he can't fucking succeed. We know each other too well, motherfucker.
Look at this is creepy, dude.
I worry a lot.
That's creepy shit. That's like some Norma Bates shit.
Mm-hmm.
Norma.
I want to see him fuck though.
Why isn't she doing anything? So does Pennywise must not have the power to kill them, right? He must not. It must be like a Freddy Krueger thing, and there's something there, like maybe he can only kill kids, because he would have killed these kids. And clearly he was able to get to the Jewish guy to kill himself because he saw the deadlights. But there's got to be a reason why he's trying to just push him away, drive him crazy, and get him to leave.
Maybe he wants to get him to the location, the what's it called, the fucking sewer, wherever it happened.
Why?
I don't know. Why are you asking me for? I'm not his fucking biographer.
I mean, he was clearly able to take Norma Bates, Bill's wife, and cocoon her. What's to keep him from physically taking them and doing the same thing? You know, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. But she just farted out a balloon out of her snatch. And we
That's what it
talked
looked
over
like.
it.
I told you the first time you introduced me to him that he was a twit order. You remember?
Twit.
How dare he?
I'm excited to do fucking Psycho 3 and 4 now.
Yeah, we do. We really do. I want to do Psycho 3 too.
Did you check
especially.
out Bates Motel yet?
No, dude. You keep asking me if I watched all this shit.
That fucking hot ass chick. What are you waiting for?
If I haven't watched Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead season 2 yet, and I haven't watched all these fucking things yet, I haven't watched Bates Motel yet. I'll get to it.
Remember when we were like deciding like, yeah, we're going to do a season review episode of Ash vs. Evil Dead? We never did. Now they're on season 2.
I don't know, man.
Why didn't we do that?
We make commitments and then we break them. That's just what we do.
We should at least do a commentary for an episode since we're doing TV show commentaries now.
I mean, we could do like the whole, now that season 2 is out in its glory, we could probably, you know, there's nothing that says we can't do them.
Mm-hmm. I'm going platinum selling rhymes. I went platinum 7 times, but still the platinum get a bit the back.
He's a faggot, man.
Oh, he's amazing. You
I
fucking
saw your,
racist, man.
I saw your Macaulay Culkin Kid Rock picture, dude.
He's running for Senate, motherfucker. We gotta
I
vote
know.
for him. He's American badass. And only God knows why.
Oh, God. I remember that shitty ballad.
He's like a
We get
country.
that-
He's like a country singer now. He's trying to convince people he grew up country, but you can go on the internet and look at his mansion in Detroit that he grew up in.
He grew up in a mansion.
It was like a big fucking house. Like maybe it's not a mansion, but it had a pool and shit.
I like how he's singing to that fucking box fan. I've been sitting here trying to find my head.
Remember the midget that used to be in the band too?
Yeah, Josie.
Mhm.
3'9" with the 10-foot dick.
He had all the talent. He should be running for Senate.
Well, I mean, now he's probably
Yeah.
running from a pitchfork trying to stab his ass in hell.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, he passed away. Rest in peace. R.I.P.
Why'd you assume he's in hell, man? You so mean.
I know, I'm just kidding around. He really did. He wasn't like a Vern Troyer. He had like a disease where he literally had like a de-aging thing. Like he didn't grow up because he looked like a
Yeah.
kid. It was
Mhm.
interesting. Vern Troyer, man, he's just. I saw. I think it was Mitchell that shared the photo of Vern Troyer eating Subway. Did you see that?
I don't think so.
It was like it was saying nothing. It was basically a caption, something to the effect of "Nothing will bring a smile to your face more than Vern Troyer eating Subway." And somebody was taking cell phone pictures of him sitting on a park bench with a friend or something, like a live size, real size guy, or a big guy, and then he was just eating this Subway sandwich. This little bitty fucking 2-foot guy. And the thing is they didn't even cut it for him. He's holding the whole fucking foot long with two hands and eating at the end of it. And it looks really weird. And there's another shot where he spots the guy taking the picture and he's got this fucking stink eye, "What the fuck are you doing?" look on his face. It's fucking great.
See, you can look at life like through. You could look at it on the bright side. Like if you were that little, every fucking normal size food would be fucking huge to you. You never go hungry.
Your budget for booze is going to be smaller because you probably get wasted on 2 beers.
Yeah, he could do all kinds of drunken commentaries.
I've been sitting here trying to find myself. Now you got a
Plus-
fucking song in my head.
Plus, if you have like a normal sized dick, it probably looks huge on you.
Yeah, but he doesn't, dude. And he's got a little fucking pinky.
I thought I cut out, and you just missed that whole part.
No, I watched an interview with him on the Howard Stern show from way back in the day, and post Austin Powers, and he was asking him that question, how big is his dick is, and he was trying to tell him that it was like a baby's arm. Like, my ass, that thing's like, it's like a thimble.
I'd like to see it.
Pennywise. How are they all so familiar with what his name is? When do they? I mean, because he introduced himself as Pennywise to Georgie, which nobody witnessed that, but
They found
Georgie-
out in that book.
in that book, yeah, in the book they saw the Pennywise, but I don't know. It's just-
I would have
it's just
forgot
weird.
it if it just happened
Yeah,
like
it's-
that. Like half the time when I meet people and say, "Hi, I'm Zach," and then they tell me their name, I forget it right away.
Yeah, I know. I still don't quite understand the book thing. Like, is that really in the novel where they find out that like this history of Pennywise and stuff?
Yeah, the kid had like a bunch of pictures and articles. It looks like in the new one, it's on like a projector that they're looking at.
Oh,
Saw
okay.
that in the trailer.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Pennywise was now. Big white, 75 feet tall.
I was gonna think of Otacon now.
He's crying like.
What
gonna
are
piss
you
himself.
fighting for?
The weirdest thing with the Otacon thing, I mean, part 4, when he had a relationship with Naomi's the fucking weirdest thing.
Yeah, and with Sniper Wolf too in the first one. She likes
Yeah,
dogs.
but that whole thing in the first one with him and Sniper Wolf, I don't think it was like a real relationship. He really played it off like a loser that was in love with her, but she just kind of like, didn't return the feelings.
Yeah, Naomi went from like looking a certain way to just looking like fucking Monica Bellucci. All of a sudden, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, she looked like a brunette, and they ditched the British accent. And I hate that about the Metal Gear games, man. How they got all PC because it's the same voice actors. They just drop the accents. Just everybody's talking a plain monotone American accent.
it made it seem more realistic, really. Whenever they were putting on the cartoon, like, stereotype voices, it was kind of like, it's like, that's a white guy doing that, or white chick.
I love the Mei Ling voice. Oh, we're so sick. Oh, they're famous, all sick.
Yeah.
It was like really emphasized, and clearly she doesn't have that accent because the same chick played her voice in part 4, and the dialect was gone.
Was it the same chick? I thought like they replaced Mei Ling, and that was the only.
No, I thought I'd read that they were all the same.
Maybe okay.
But yeah, the Mei Ling voice, it's clearly somebody hamming it up and doing a stereotypical Asian accent.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved it though, and same thing with part 2 where they made all the Russians have Russian accents and stuff, and then you play at the beginning of the game. But then when you play 3, the whole fucking thing takes place in Russia, and none of them have Russian accents. It drives me absolutely crazy. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, why was that so hard to do that?
Don't know. I used to like to fucking kill Ocelot when he was knocked out. It's funny.
You will pay what you did to Ivan.
Yeah. We're getting that same song.
The same song again, yeah.
They could only afford one.
I guess.
This is kind of nostalgic too, even though I only remember watching it twice at least. But it's like the first one has like the Stand By Me feel to
Vibe.
it. And this one just is different, but it still works.
It's making me dizzy, though, them spinning around this table.
That's because your stomach is weak, bitch.
Sometimes I do get dizzy. You know, there's one scene, there's a particular movie that has a scene that just makes me want to vomit. You've seen Clerks 2?
Whenever you said that and you're talking about the spinning, I immediately thought of that scene. Where it's
Is it
going
just
around.
me? Is it just too much?
I noticed it in the theater, like when I watched it, but
And it
never made
keeps
me-
spinning, and it keeps spinning for the whole dialogue, and it's like I want to vomit when I see it. It's just too much.
I never made me nauseous or anything.
Oh, it does for me, man. I fucking hate it. That's a movie I haven't seen in a while.
I love that movie. I like the first one too. They're actually going to start filming the new one soon. Jay and Silent Bob.
I thought he Oh, the Jay and Silent Bob, yeah.
Yeah. I wish they'd make a Clerks 3.
Well, that got scrapped for some reason.
I think Anderson didn't want to do it. The guy that played Randall. I think I assumed that's what the guy that was holding out on it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
he didn't wanna
Dante
come
always
back.
does. Dante always does conventions, so he clearly does anything for money.
Yeah. You ever see the movie Vulgar?
No.
That was directed by like Brian Johnson, one of the guys. It's like, tell him,
AC/DC?
Steve Dave. No, he has the same name, but he's also on a Comic Book Man. It's like the guy with the
okay.
big beard.
Yeah.
He directed like a movie with Dante where he gets raped by some rednecks and he comes back dressed as a clown to kill him. It was like a throwback to like Grindhouse movies, kind of.
Mm.
But before that shit was popular.
I like how he's getting Bauer's attention in the penitentiary in the moon, and he gets annoyed when he doesn't know where the fuck he is, and he's rolling his eyes in the moon. Up here, Charlie. And like, do you expect him to realize you're in the fucking moon?
Oh, dude, the goofiest fucking effect in the movie when the dog. Here in a minute, it shows that dog.
Oh, the wolf with the dog with the clown suit.
Yeah.
Look at those vaginas.
Yeah, I saw that in the trivia too. Like they ran
No,
out of money.
wait! You want breakfast? That's her. That's her from Billy Madison. Or
Is
no,
it?
I'm sorry, Happy Gilmore. Yeah, that's her. Watch, she'll have a line in a second. Everything okay?
Why doesn't he just tell him what happened?
How come nobody rocks just the mustache anymore? Like Harry Anderson there. There's
I don't
something about
know.
just rocking a mustache that makes you look so old because it looks like everybody's grandfather.
Yeah. Or a pedophile.
Or a pedophile. Gives the mustache rides.
Mm-hmm. I actually watched the fucking remake of My Bloody Valentine again yesterday.
never
with
seen it.
Tom Atkins. It's not that good.
The remake though.
Yeah, the 3D
You talking
one.
about- But
That's
that's
on Amazon Prime.
But you said Tom Atkins.
Yeah, Tom Atkins is in the remake. He plays like a cop in it.
Wow. Okay. Like old Tom Atkins.
Yeah, like you should check it out. 'Cause you'll notice right away that it looks fucking generic as fuck. Like they shot it. Like it looks bad. It was written by the same guy that wrote Jason X.
Oh, well, that sells me on it.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is just like juvenile shit.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that little fucking toy. It's like on a magnet on the table. Like, what is that supposed to be? Look at this.
No.
That's weird. Its eye look weird.
I saw in the trivia that might have been a reference to in the book. He's the one that sees the bird, so it was that kid, the giant bird.
Really? But I thought maybe it was the Jewish guy because he was reciting all the birds.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Is he getting blown under the table? Look at his face. Yeah. Much better. Oh.
That is that chick.
It is her. Well, you know what, breakfast?
I always felt bad for her that he just left her like that. I'd be like, yeah, I want breakfast.
When the night closes in.
Yeah.
I still love Happy Gilmore, man. To me, that's the best. I mean, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, the two movies of his that are great. But I love Happy Gilmore even more. I fucking love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only one my dad ever liked, and my dad loved that movie. He didn't really like any of his other movies, but he just fucking loved that movie. And I don't know, anything that he ever liked, I mean, it was kind of like, yeah, something to have in common with the guy. And I don't know, like,
Those are the two that like were unanimously liked, and then after that, it just kind of fell off.
You mean like the rest of his films?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like, yeah, everybody unanimously likes. I don't know anybody that, even like the people that shit talk him. Like, you know, I know it's kind of cool to hate Adam Sandler, but even those people those cynics, they still love those movies. Nobody doesn't like those movies.
Mm-hmm. I remember going to the movie to see like Big Daddy, and like I liked it when I saw it when I was a kid, but I could tell even as a kid like this isn't on par with those movies.
Yeah, I don't hate Big Daddy. I mean,
don't
Big
either,
Daddy was
yeah.
like, yeah, Big Daddy was introducing a little bit of drama into it. It was kind of a light comedy. It was the movie that started the decline of Adam Sandler. It kind of reminds me of like a record like the Black Album from Metallica. Like I still like that album, but you can tell that's where it started. You know, their '90s thing. It's kind of like the turning point.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I feel about that movie. I still like it. I think it's okay, but clearly that's where it began. And I don't like The Waterboy, man. I think that movie's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I saw that in theater. Thought it was like not on par too. But I remember like the first time I saw one and I thought, man, this is really starting to not work. It was Anger Management. Even though I once it came out on video, it kind of like I'd watch it with friends and it kind of grew on me. But yeah, watching that in theater.
I don't hate Anger Management. I think it's one of those movies that's very watchable. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's a movie that I owned on DVD back when I still had DVDs. I got rid of all of them, but it's a movie I could pop in, kind of like a mindless movie, like I don't know, and just
That
watch
was
it.
one of
It's
those
fun.
movies that like all the fucking lines they used in the trailer were alternate takes from the movie. Did you notice that when you watched it in the theater or watched it
No,
for the
I
first
don't. I
time?
don't remember. I don't remember the trailer.
Yeah, it was like Corky Romano, like the "You guys want some
Yeah.
cookies" line.
Yeah, that was the biggest bait and switch ever.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you guys want some cookies? That should be a soundboard.
Yeah. Okay. So this is where they're gonna flash back. How he's gonna say how the Jewish guys saw him after everybody else did. So which drives me crazy. It's like, so he saw him after they defeated him. So did they even really defeat him? You know what I'm saying? It confuses me.
Yeah, I think they did. He just kind of disappeared.
Look,
I think this might be after the either the mummy or the bird. We just didn't see that part.
but I'm saying this is after they quote unquote defeated it in the tunnels, right?
this little scene right here, I think this is like the first time they met, actually. Maybe.
No, he introduced. No, fucking Seth Green.
Yeah.
introduced him.
He just said it. He just said that he was in the park and a bird. So that was the kid that the bird happened to. I guess they did show it in the movie. Did they show the
didn't show the
bird?
bird.
Okay. Or maybe
They just showed him running.
Yeah.
But they did it well enough. Because it would have looked stupid had they attempted it. Man, it would have been like a claymation bird, probably.
Maybe they changed it to a mummy for the TV movie. Maybe that wasn't in the book. Or were they both in there?
I want to hear what it is. I want to see what it is. Are we sure it's a mummy?
I think it is the mummy part. I think I'm remembering it now.
But why is a mummy relevant? You surely saw that at the Paramount?
That's what I'd assume.
Let me see. Let's look at it. Because it sounds like he's saying, why would he go in the house? Sorry, I'm like all into this.
You just watched it, motherfucker.
I know, but I want to see this again. It's like, is this supposed to be like, because I don't know if this is after they fucking battery acid his face, right? Is this after all that? I'm still fucking confused.
It's before it.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
'Cause look, it looks like Pennywise. Looks like he's all fucking burnt up. Look, he's got a clown suit.
This was his like run-in with Pennywise, basically. Like
Look, it looks like it's Pennywise after he's wrapped up because they fucking burned his face.
No, he's just showing up to him as a mummy or something.
I'm so confused. I don't think you're right.
I think I am, motherfucker. Don't name.
Why would they be saying this now? Why would they be saying this now? Why is this relevant? Why is it relevant that he saw them? He had the last encounter.
Because
they all had the last encounter.
Is he the one that died? So he's not there to recount a story? So they're just remembering it for us, I guess?
I don't know. That's all fucking confusing because it looks like it's supposed to be Pennywise because he had the glove, he had the suit, his face was just wrapped in bandages. I thought it was after. Look, there's more.
They killed him?
Look, I saw it.
I looked right into it.
Dead lights.
Some kind of lights.
Yeah, see? He's referring to it as after. He's saying he ran up to him in school and he saw it in the tunnels and looked at his dead lights.
And I hadn't thought of it until just now, I swear. He said,
I want to let's see.
into its dead lights. And I wanted to be there. Dead lights.
Yeah, I think that was after. I really do, man. I really do. It's so
what
fucking
the fuck
confusing.
what the fuck was he doing coming back for just a little visit?
I don't know. It's so confusing because I thought they defeated him. I don't know.
I think
Who
you're
knows?
making it more confusing than it needs to be.
I think it's just a confusing fucking story. Look, they're gonna see his head. His head's gonna be in the fridge, telling a bunch of fucking dad jokes. Look at that fake head.
What a prick.
Fuck his face, Zach. Fuck his face.
His fucking mustache would tickle your balls if you had him upside down.
The balls or the mustache is on top.
Yeah, you have to have him upside down, I meant.
I guess.
Well, Mikey, you did it. You got us all back here. I guess it's because it's the only way you'd ever see us. Since you're so lame, you'd
That's
Ain't
fucked
gonna
up.
do any
'Cause
good for you, Mikey.
when you said that, I physically imagined it. And I'm like, why am I thinking about my dick in this guy's head? That's fucked up.
Because it's fucking appealing and it feels good.
Look at him taking a shit.
Yeah. How about that?
What takes him so long to close that fridge door? It's like that seems to be the cure-all for everything. A head talks to you in a fridge, just shut the door. Pennywise is talking at you in a book, just close the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Ghostbusters, dude. It's like Ghostbusters.
This movie premiered on my first birthday. This part 1 was the 5th highest rated program on Sunday, November 18th, with an 18.5.
That's
18.5 rating and watched in 17.5 million households. And part 2 was the second highest, so less people watched part 2, I guess.
Wait, you said 5th on the first one, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, so more people watched the second one.
Wow, number 5 isn't that good.
Yeah, so it must have been word of mouth. People like, oh, you gotta check out it, man.
But were they running reruns?
I don't know.
This is back before you could like TiVo shit. So it's like, what's word of mouth going to do? Like, oh man, you got to watch this It when it comes back. Who wants to watch part 2 without seeing part 1?
Oh, people are stupid. They probably didn't even know it was part 2.
What other Stephen King miniseries did you ever watch? Did you watch Langoliers?
No, I could never get through that.
It was tough to get through, but I watched it. But that's one that they also released on video. Same deal, 3 hours or so, 2 videos.
Did you ever watch The Stand?
I never watched The Stand.
I didn't either.
And that had Rob Lowe in it, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. That was streaming on Hulu for the longest time.
He thrusts his fist against the post and still insists he sees the ghost.
The Langoliers was a cool concept. It seemed really stretched out, and man, those fucking Langoliers are like shit, man. Little like weird mid-90s CGI.
CGI critters.
Zach, you cutting out, fucker.
It's your fucking fault, bitch.
How's it my fault?
I don't know.
Don't make me come over there. Well, that moon's going down quick, man.
Hell yeah.
Oh, here's the dog, man.
Yeah, I read that like
Belch.
they had a better idea for this scene. That kind of looked like fucking what's his name from Pet Sematary.
Oh, yeah, the Pascal.
Yeah. I guess they had a better effect plan, but they ran out of money and they had to film it like this. And it's so comical looking.
What? They just had to have him like, okay, how about you just kind of come from under his bed?
No, the dog in the suit.
Oh, the dog. So, like, what were they going to do?
I don't know. I don't think it said anything. Their plans.
I need you, Henry.
I wonder what it says in the book, though, happens.
They can't hurt you.
We didn't think they could hurt us back then either, but they did, didn't they? Best
See, he's like psychically linked to Bauer.
I can take care of them if they only half believe.
You remember Harley Kiner now after I sent you pictures of him
You can get them no matter
Who?
for Boy Meets World?
Don't believe it.
Oh, yeah, you did. You did. Yeah, I know. I remember who he is.
What? Henry, I can't get out of here. They got white
He looks like a fucking really old fucking
and Coons on
what's his name?
it. Coons is the worst.
Mr. Tulu?
Guy from Star Trek. There's someone on the wing.
William Shatner.
Yeah.
Did I hear William Shatner's just a big fucking asshole?
Yeah, I heard that.
That's what everybody says, and he doesn't want to fucking talk about Star Trek ever.
I
Yet
heard
now he
he-
does conventions. He does conventions, and like, what do you fucking think these people are coming up to see him for? These nerds.
I hear he claims that he basically invented NASA.
Him and Al Gore, and Al Gore invented the internet. Dude, I love, there's a movie he's in that I fucking love. I love Loaded Weapon 1. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Dude, I love it. I don't know why I love it, because it's a
Here it
spoof
is.
movie. Yeah.
It's like a spoof of like Lethal Weapon, right?
Lethal Weapon. Look at that.
That should be the thumbnail.
Yeah. It could be. What's taking that dog so long to get on him? But,
He's taking
No,
so long to react to the dog.
I love Loaded Weapon 1. Yeah, and obviously it's pretty self-aware that it's kind of a ripoff of like it's National Lampoons, but it's kind of like the whole Charlie Sheen fucking Hot Shots, you know, Rambo ripoff.
Mm-hmm. Alice Cooper was considered for the role of Pennywise.
No way, really?
Mm-hmm.
Stories tell us they
Just considered, huh?
remember
Yep.
in the library.
He couldn't do it now. He's got too big of a gobbler.
Don't let it get you. Fight it
Who else, man? Tell me more. Just quit fucking holding out on me. Just tell me who they wanted as Pennywise.
back there. I know it's
I want to know just like all the listeners.
but I need it anyway.
Roddy McDowell
What?
and Malcolm McDowell were both considered.
What? Malcolm McDowell, that fucker could use another staple character at his convention run.
Mhm.
You know, that dude fucking did Clockwork Orange, and now he just does every shitty movie under the sun, and he just lives off that character. If he would have had that plus Pennywise, man, you know, he might have even more clout.
What about Caligula? It's a horror movie where you get to see people fucking too. It's funny.
So who else? Is that it?
That's all I got.
Oh man.
You made me blow the load already.
Oh, that's all right. Where are we at? We're in the middle, man. You blew your load at the right time.
I still gotta make the movie come.
It's always interesting when you read about iconic roles that were offered to other people that passed on them. You know, I think the most famous and interesting is like Batman. You know, the '89 Tim Burton Batman.
Mm-hmm.
You know who they offer. You recall who they offered the roles to?
No.
So I don't remember in which order it was. I don't remember who came first. I want to say Mel Gibson was the first one. Mel Gibson. And he turned it down. And then Alec Baldwin.
He didn't like that fucking Jew asking him to be in the Batman movie. Isn't that Mel Gibson? Isn't he the guy?
Yeah, he's the Jew hater. Yeah.
Is what's his name Jewish?
He looks a little Jewy.
Yeah, he kind of has the curly hair.
But yeah, so he turned it down because at the time that was like taboo shit. Like nobody wanted to do like, you know, comic book movies weren't the sure thing like they were, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, hey, we're going to do live action Batman. Like, what? And so that didn't work. And then 80s era Alec Baldwin they wanted, which he would actually looked pretty cool, to be honest with you. 80s era where he was actually in shape and not fat and fucking stupid. But, you know, that didn't work out. And then Tim Burton, and I think those were studio picks, right? They wanted him. But then after like they didn't play ball, Tim Burton really lobbied for Michael Keaton. Like, no, like he's the guy. Trust me.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, no, the guy from Mr. Mom? What? No.
Yeah. And did you know that Tim Burton like was gonna make a Superman movie called Superman Lives?
Yeah, with Nick Cage.
Yeah.
They had they actually got pretty deep into pre-production with that.
Yeah, there's a documentary about.
Yeah, there's the documentary. There's pictures of Nick Cage in that Superman suit have been floating around for fucking 20 years.
Kevin Smith actually wrote the original like first draft of the script too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, those images of Nick Cage in that suit and shit have been floating around for years. And it looks weird. Like, why are they asking him to grow long hair? And why would they get this fucking...
Yeah, on the documentary, they mentioned that, Superman had long hair in some of the earlier comic books or something. So he kind of looked good enough.
But he still looks like fucking Nick Cage in a Superman costume. It looks like a Halloween party. It just doesn't look...
Yeah, the costume looked plastic. It looked like it was made out of, like, the fucking fruit roll-ups.
No.
Like where you could stretch
little patterns.
Yeah.
And he's a horrible Clark Kent.
I don't hate Nicolas Cage. He's funny.
He looks ridiculous as Superman, though. That's, you know, that's a movie actually kind of on that topic that I really want to do for the holiday season for Christmas. I really want to do Batman Returns.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever really acknowledges that as far as a Christmas movie, but man, people talk about Die Hard all the time. Like, what? It happens to take place at Christmas, and that's good enough.
I've only seen Batman Returns one time all the way through.
Really? See, people are all cool and they always say Die Hard's the best Christmas movie ever. Really, you can hardly tell that movie's Christmas. They're having a Christmas party.
I always forget it is. Like when people say
you can't
it, I'm
tell.
like, oh yeah.
You can't tell because it's like, I think they're just barely having a Christmas party. That's what they're at the Nakatomi Towers or whatever. But you can't really tell because it's LA and there's no Christmas aesthetic. And you just kind of forget aesthetic. Batman Returns is way more Christmas. They have the lighting of the Christmas tree ceremony. It's wintertime, snow everywhere. People buying presents. It's great. I love it. How have you only seen that movie once?
It was one that like I always loved the first one growing up. And, like, I just never got into the second one as a kid. But, like, once I got a certain age, I watched it finally, and I liked it. But I never went back and watched it again.
It's polarizing. So many people hate that one, but I think it's always been my favorite.
You ever see that movie Life with Mikey?
No.
With,
what's with all these movies with Mike and Mikeys you love? Like Mike, Life with Mikey.
Yep. Life with Mikey was had the guy, I can't even think of his fucking name. From Teen Wolf.
Jason Bateman, Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox. He played like a guy who used to be a child actor. He used to be on a TV show called Life with Mikey or something. And now he's like an agent. I don't know why I brought it up, but there's a scene where they talk about Batman Returns.
Oh, really? When did that movie come out?
I don't remember.
And so what do they say about Batman Returns?
I think she says that like, oh yeah, Batman Returns, my brother likes that movie. He didn't like it as much as the first though, or something like that. Like that's it.
You know, Batman Returns is great. I mean, because they obviously gave Tim Burton full control over the second one, right? Because he was restricted in the first one, obviously. He's still kind of a new director, and it was a big property, but it was a hit, and so they gave him full reign of control on the second one, and he was able to really put it through the Tim Burton filter, right? Mm-hmm. And because it really does. It seems like a Tim Burton movie, down to the score, down to the aesthetic, the sets, everything, the gothic feel. And people didn't like it because it was kind of unlike it, I guess, the comics or whatever. But I'm like, those fucking comics go all over the place. To me, that's exactly what I want in a Batman movie directed by Tim Burton at the time. It literally is what it should be. It's like, wow, this is a Batman movie directed by Tim Burton, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's like Batman thrown through the Edward Scissorhands filter, and it's great. And I think it's so dark. It is. Think about how fucking dark that movie is. It's crazy dark. Because I know he changed everything. You know, the Penguin isn't like some mob boss or whatever. He was a mutated freak. That was great. That character. I mean, he changed everything, and he created the Christopher Walken character Max Schreck in the movie. He really took a lot of liberties, but it's amazing. And I mean, that's what they do in comic books. They write alternate storylines and they change backgrounds of characters all the time. So I don't see what he did was any different than what a writer would have done in the comic setting. But think about how dark that is. It's about a guy that was born deformed, and his parents threw him into the fucking sewer to kill him and drown him. That's brutal shit.
That's awesome.
And then he grew up, and his big plan was to take revenge because he just had fucking daddy and mommy issues. And he kidnapped the firstborn sons of Gotham, just like he was thrown away, and he was taking them into the sewer to drown them. That's fucking dark as shit. Mm-hmm. It's really dark, and people just weren't ready for it, I guess. It's like, oh, it sucks. Like, no, it's great.
Fuck them.
And it's got the best Batman moment of any movie. I know people say, oh, Michael Keaton's not Batman. I think he is the best Batman. But like I said, who cares if he's not like the comics? But like, I love that part at the end of Batman Returns where, I don't know if you remember it. He comes down there. It's the big climax. You know, Michelle Pfeiffer's got her mask off. She's kind of crazy. The Penguin, they thought he killed the Penguin. He's not quite dead yet. He comes back for a big surprise. And then Max Schreck's there, who's revealing himself to be a scumbag. And then Max Schreck's like, you're not only saving your life, you're saving your, and before he could say self, Batman just puts his fucking hand in his face and says, shut up, you're going to jail, and pushes him out of the way. And it's fucking awesome. It's like, that's cool. That's Batman.
Wasn't Max Schreck the name of the Elephant Man?
No, it's the name of the guy who played Nosferatu.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a nod to that.
Who was the Elephant Man? What was that guy's name? It was similar.
Anthony Hopkins played the Elephant Man. I don't know the Elephant Man's real name. Let me see.
It was something like that.
I shall find out.
Michael Jackson has the Elephant Man's bones or something.
His name is fucking Joseph Merrick, dude.
Oh, what the fuck was I thinking?
You're not even close.
I'm stupid.
Elephant Man. Isn't like another name of the disease elephantitis?
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know if that's like a...
We should do...
Neurofibromatosis type 1. The Elephant Man's disease.
Yeah. We should do a Mask. That's good.
Rocky Dennis. Yeah, I love that movie. Dude, what kills me is Isn't it weird? I always thought everybody's staying in this house, which, by the way, what is this house they're all staying in? What is it?
Maybe a hotel.
I mean, they never really say. They just kind of are all here, and there's like a million rooms. I don't, it's just like a house. And also,
how did Bauer know which room they
I'm
had?
saying if all this shit's going on and they've all hallucinated up to this point, why are they in rooms by themselves, brushing their teeth by themselves? I don't know about you. I know you're a grown man and we're adults here, but wouldn't you guys all want to stay together in the same room for the most part?
Yeah. Abby wanted to fuck that chick.
He's going to try. And it's going to be Pennywise, and he's going to say, "Kiss me, fat boy." Watch. I love the shot when he sees him in the mirror and sees like the fucking Mickey Mouse glove that he wears.
I'd be okay if he to fuck
Pennywise, as long as he stayed in that form.
Yeah.
What if he had a big white clown dick?
Oh, he could fuck me with it.
I always imagine a clown's cock would be white and the head would be red like a nose.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I always thought.
And he can honk it.
And it sprays seltzer on his face. The fuck, man?
What luck? Yeah, what luck I had that in there.
You should use it more often, dude, when he fucking shows up.
That'd be fucking creepy.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, he's got parachute pants.
Kiss me, fat boy.
Give me another clown honk. It's
so funny sounding.
I know the timing should have been better. You should utilize that bitch.
I always forget I have it. I've had it
what's keeping him from screaming? Help! You know?
Yeah.
Why is he just going?
Bauer's fucking strong for an old fuck.
Why has he got perfect teeth? Veneers. How did he turn the knife around like that? It was about in his chest, and somehow he stabbed him in the chest with it.
He looks familiar.
Yeah, he's William Shatner, old.
Yeah, is it?
No, it's
That's what
not.
I thought it looked like at first. But then I thought it looked like, who was the guy that died recently from Home Alone?
Oh, John Hurd. It's not John Hurd.
He kind of had that look too.
Yeah, but he's way older.
Yeah, I recently watched a movie with him in it on Netflix. Would You Rather? Have you seen that? So Mr. Unprofessional here had to fuck it up again. We had to resync it. You're so unprofessional, bitch.
Dude, I don't know what's going on, man. It's the fucking clown, dude.
If I remembered what we were talking about before we stopped it, I wouldn't have even acknowledged it, but I forgot, so I went ahead.
What happened was the movie froze, and then it turned into snow on my screen, and then it started clearing up again, and then it was Pennywise in the monitor, and he was looking at me with sparkles in his eyes, and he was telling me, "You'll die if you try." He kept trying to push me away. He's like, "Don't finish the movie. You'll die."
It's like that. It's like that scene whenever they see him in the picture.
Don't you want it?
I'm your worst nightmare come true.
This scene's weird. Like, how do I know you're not the clown?
Mm-hmm.
Is this kind of weird? Isn't that kind of a weird? I just picture that in real life, like a grown ass man saying that. How do I know you're not the clown?
Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that outfit, wearing those like leather vests.
And then she could be like, "You don't know I'm not the clown." He's like, "I guess we better fuck fast then."
It should have the Pennywise should have kissed him as Beverly, and then it should have turned into Shaggy Two Dope or Violent J. Like, which one's the fat one? Violent J?
Yeah.
That would be funnier.
I think neither of them are fat now.
Oh, that's no good.
But yeah, the fat one, like, he's like the male Oprah. He like gets fat and loses it, gets fat and loses it.
I can't wait to see this. How do we know it's the clown? That's a miracle.
When you're down, stare at a clown.
Wait. Oh, this is where she says the poem again. January embers.
I was just gonna say, you got a heart on.
I can feel it. I love this. I love this.
Why'd you say that?
You wrote it, didn't you? Your hair is winter fire, January embers, something. When I was young, I thought it was.
How'd you know I wrote that, bitch?
Is that you in there? Is that the clown?
Or is that the clown?
He just starts slapping her, thinking it's Pennywise, like, psh, psh.
He just beats her, just fucking batters her.
That's fun. Did I tell you the trivia where I guess I think I said it, but I was on autopilot, so it's so weird. The fucking thing where he's like, "Oh, you gonna show the turtle?" And they were like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Oh, because Ritter was the only one that read the novel.
This motherfucker from Three's Company is crazy. Talking about turtles and shit.
It blows me away though, because it was a best-selling novel and Stephen King was all the fucking rage. It kind of blows me away that nobody else.
It was. It was probably pretty intimidating. The size of it.
Yeah, that's why I never really read it. I didn't. I just kind of like read excerpts and stuff, but I never really. I do. I'm one of those people that gets intimidated at really big books.
I had like the book, and then like it was one of those that it took me like over a year to get through. So I was like, and there wasn't enough time to read it, so I got the fucking audiobook version to finish it.
Oh yeah. Do you like audiobooks?
Yeah.
I typically think I would like them, and I tried a trial of what's that fucking audiobook service, the big one?
Audible. And
because when you sign up for it and you do the trial, they let you download a free book.
Mm-hmm.
And I downloaded the Scarlet Gospels.
Yeah.
And I didn't finish it. I just, dude, I was listening to it and it just made me want to fall asleep. I'd be driving around listening to it. and because the guy's voice is so monotone.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's literally just somebody reading the book. And what I would really want is somebody doing like all the voices and shit. And they'd be the same. Like, it's always going to make me tired. If I listen to a book when I'm working, it's going to make me tired because the voice, it's the soft spoken voice. And it'd be great to listen to that shit in bed. But it would just I would pass out. And then the next day I would never know what part I passed out on and what, I would never get through it.
Mm-hmm. My voice cracked. Mm-hmm.
I thought I got it. I got Audible and I got that book because I was going to fly home and I thought it'd be great at like the airports and on the plane. And I didn't end up listening to it. I kept trying to. I'm like, man, I got to listen to music or something. It was just too hard.
So you never finished Scarlet Gospels?
No, I got through. I didn't even get through like the main.
You don't know how that shit ends then.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Well, don't tell me because maybe I'll go back to it because I still have the audiobook and I kind of forgot all about Audible until we just brought it up. So I might try it again.
My main criticism was that it was a little too padded. Like it seemed like it could have been just as long as the first book was.
Then that's a lot padded. That's not a little too padded. The first book was barely 100 pages.
Yeah.
And the Scarlet Gospels is huge. But I think it's kind of cool how he kind of put it in the same universe, right? With his character Harry, from like Lord of Illusions and whatnot in the other books.
Yeah.
The detective. I think it's kind of cool how, the shared universe thing going on, which I got to watch my copy of Lord of Illusions. I'd love to do that movie, man. Lord of Illusions is interesting because it's a movie I want to love more than I do. Have you ever seen it?
I just saw that for the first time, like last week or the week before.
Is it streaming somewhere?
I had it on my DVR.
So it's weird because on paper, it's great. Like I love Clive Barker's writing style, and he directed it as well. And I love Scott Bakula. I got a heart on for Scott Bakula, man. I got a man crush on the guy. I love him. And it's I love the 90s aesthetic to it, because it looks very 90s.
Yeah,
everything about it. But the movie kind of just misses the mark,
Yeah, I think like the movie he really just nailed was Hellraiser, and then every other thing he tried to direct just didn't have the same quality.
I don't like Nightbreed as much as everybody else does. I kind of feel the same.
Yeah, I don't either.
I feel the same way about Nightbreed. It's like
Rawhead Rex.
I never saw Rawhead Rex.
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
I know everybody wants that. Doesn't everybody want that to be released on Blu-ray? Has it been released yet?
It's recently just got announced on Blu-ray, I think.
Yeah, everybody's been clamoring for it. But yeah, it's like everything. Nightbreed, same thing. On paper, the aesthetic, the story style, the 90s, I like it. Everything about it, but it just doesn't quite hit the mark. I don't know what.
I wonder
it
if
is.
they just like. I wonder if they're just like, we're not going to give them complete creative control. Maybe they do, because the first Hellraiser wasn't really Hollywood didn't have much to do with that. That was independent movie.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the thing, like, for all of them, really. Like, Halloween, Hollywood didn't make that. That was independent. Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. They jumped on board on the sequels whenever they saw it made money, but they didn't come up with those ideas for the original movies.
And it's a bummer because a movie like Nightbreed, for example, had the same opportunities Hellraiser did because, Nightbreed was Cabal. It was a short story, and Hellraiser benefited from it being a novella, a really short novel, 100 pages. And it was the exception where they got to make the movie better than the book. Because they were able to hit on everything the book had to offer and just elaborate it, make it better. They really did. They didn't show you too much. It was amazing. They could have did the same thing with the Cabal short story, and it just, I don't know, it just misses the mark. But I've only watched Cabal one time.
I think the only difference in the book of Hellraiser was like Christy was a friend rather than the daughter.
Yeah, she wasn't the daughter, which I don't know why. It was Kirsty, not Christy. But I don't know why they made that change. Maybe it just translated better in film to have the father-daughter relationship. And also it made Uncle Frank creepier. It does make Uncle Frank a little creepier because he's like doing all that sick perverted shit to his niece. But to me, that's an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
That's an improvement.
And there was a part where he jacked off at the beginning whenever they were first
semen
coming out.
Yeah. The semen on the floor. And also the Pinhead, who's called the lead Cenobite in the book, he's not given the name Pinhead, is described as being a female. Yeah, that too.
Picked up on that.
They keep it pretty ambiguous. They just refer to it as lead Cenobite, but when they describe what it looks like, they describe it as a female, which is weird because in the Scarlet Gospel, it's back to being a male again, right?
You sure it wasn't talking about the other Cenobite that was a female?
I read the book. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it was described because they keep it pretty vague. Like he lets you do a lot of the imagination yourself.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the anti Stephen King, where Stephen King would describe everything a little too fucking much, right?
Yeah, I kind of like that better. Just kind of keep it simple.
What, you like over description or you like not enough?
Not enough.
So let me see.
Like Lovecraft was like, he gave like too little. Like he was the guy that was like he'd start describing a monster and then just say like, oh, I can't even put it to words. It was just like, oh, you're supposed to visualize it.
Yeah, well, they did the same thing with like Tolkien, right? They say that he would take like 5 pages to describe a blade of grass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I know that's kind of exaggerating, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a reason why Stephen King's books are so fucking huge, right? They are a lot of them are kind of padded, and they can make a good movie that's like 2 hours long and trim out the fat of those books. This book has so much shit going on in it, but
yeah, that was another trivia I had. Let me find it. Go ahead and keep talking. I'll find it.
Yeah, I'm looking for my Hellbound Heart thing too myself.
Okay, here it is. When ABC and Lorimar first announced the film, it was to be a 10-hour miniseries directed by George A. Romero.
Oh, yeah, I heard about George Romero.
Romero did extensive pre-production work and closely collaborated with Lawrence D. Cohen to develop the script, but he had to bow out due to scheduling conflicts with the remake of Night of the Living Dead.
Huh. Interesting. What do you think about it being 10 hours long? Because they would have had to split it up into 4 different parts, right? No, yeah. Wait. No, not even more. Fuck.
Real quick,
it would have been like...
It says real quick, this mirrored Romero's experience on another Stephen King property the previous year's Pet Sematary. So he was originally supposed to do that too.
In Pet Sematary, that they take out a little bit, but they take out some unnecessary stuff. That movie, the book isn't that big, by comparison of books like It and whatnot. And that's one I read because it's like, oh, I didn't feel intimidated by it. It was kind of your standard 250, 300 pages or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Imagine that though, if this was like 10 hours. There probably would have been that scene where they jack off in the junkyard. That would have been awesome. I would have cummed. Huh?
Cummed.
He just yelled like, "Ugh!" Like you should be sneaking in there, man, like a ninja. He's afraid he's never gonna get that normal pussy again. I'd be afraid too. You guys to watch that show.
I will watch it. I've seen it before.
I heard that chick that plays Norma in the show might be in the next season of American Horror Story also.
Oh, wait, you're talking about the show. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, her sister's in like the first, like she's the daughter.
No, I know. She's in a few of them. She's in Coven. She's in. Yeah, her little sister.
I want to bang them both. I want them to put on a dildo and bang me.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, I'd come.
Dude, I'm trying to fucking find.
What'd you say you're looking for? Your Scarlet Gospels?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the lead Cenobite. I'm trying to find out history on it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was.
I can swear it was a female.
Maybe I'm wrong. I would assume that if it was a female there, they would have just kept it like that in the book series.
Well, that's what's so confusing, but
yeah, like there's some really great parts in the second book, like the opening. I remember like a scene kind of later on whenever Harry's like, I think him and a partner run into like a weird creature Cenobite, and then like most of the like ending of the second act and third act take place in hell. That part kind of drags a little bit.
Oh, you're talking about in the book?
Yeah.
How Scarlet Gospel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I might enjoy. I don't know. As long as it wasn't a movie, I might enjoy some descriptive narrative on like hell and stuff. Who knows? I need to listen to it. It's a really big book. It's a really big book. And like when I saw it at the store, I'm like, this is so intimidating. It can't all be good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Similarities. Clive definitely delivers the same dark theme of pain, sex, and desperation as in the book. He brings forth a strange mixture of pain and pleasure. Looking at his website that's breaking down the differences. Frank and Julia. Each characters are interesting. In the film, not each character. There's a fucking typo. In the film novel, we follow through the story with Frank and Julia Cotton, who are this guy can't fucking write to save his life. Who are portrayed as greedy. Bill, hey Bill.
He's creepy.
Oh, you'll fuck Bill. I know.
That part of this scene in the remake looks creepy too.
It does. It's all your fault, Bill. I like the way he talks. It's cute.
You want to fuck that kid? I'm rubbing off on you, baby.
Bill. No, I just say he's a cute kid. In the novel, Frank and... Sorry, we're going back and forth between franchises here. In the novel, Frank and Julia are said to be similar, yet different. They are both suave, persuasive, sensual, and their outlook on life is similar. Where is... The differences. Oh, yeah. And another reason, in the book, they changed the name of the dad. In the book, his dad is named Roy.
Oh, yeah.
And they changed it to Larry. I don't know why. Maybe the actor just didn't look like a Roy. But that seems like
a Roy.
But that's just kind of a silly thing. I know it's the guy that fucking gave Chucky a haircut in part 3.
We got to do that movie.
I fucking don't like it.
That's why we got to do it.
Let's see.
I've been trying to get Mac to do Bride of Chucky, and he fucking doesn't want to. He says he hates that movie. I don't know why.
Okay, so this person's theory on the name change, it says, but the book Kirsty is sort of the opposite in the film. novel version of Kirsty, she's described as plain, shy, passive, and apologetic with an apologetic attitude, yet very bright. She also has a secret crush on Roy, who turned out to be Larry. Sadly, her feelings are oblivious to him. Okay, so that makes sense why they would change it. Those familiar with the film know that Kirsty is introduced as Kirsty Cotton, Larry's daughter. Julia's stepdaughter and Frank's niece. Is clearly reasonable why Clive would change Roy's name to Larry just to be on the safe side.
Jennifer Lawrence, baby, she is fine.
She was
good.
Yeah, she was cute. She looked good in the last Hellraiser movie I saw her in. What, Inferno? She's in one of them. I can't remember which one it is. Hellworld?
She's not in enough movies. She was in Mikey with the fucking little fuck.
With Brian Bonsall?
Yeah, she was a hot teacher.
She
comes in and finds him jacking off like, oh, Mikey, let me help you with that.
Let's see here. Here's the pinhead. If there's one thing Clive Barker succeeded in doing, is creating one of the most iconic horror characters ever known. Pinhead, played by none other than Doug Bradley in the first film and 8 other sequels. Pinhead and the Cenobites are slightly reimagined in the film, but they received more dialogue than in the book. That's right. In the book, they're kept really, at a minimum, really. I mean, they're pretty used to a minimum in the movie, too. In the novel, there are 4 of them, but their genders are uncertain. Yeah, it's really ambiguous. So here's a quote from the book. So maybe this is what I'm talking about. In clothes, some of which were sewn to and through its skin hid its private parts, and there was nothing in the dregs of its voice or in its willfully disfigured features that offered the least clue. So basically, it's saying that it's intentionally ambiguous, right? In the book, it's saying that. But it says here, later we find out the 4th one of the group to be the female Cenobite. The engineer. I guess I don't know. The book just leaves it open, I guess. I always was under the impression that it was a female, but I don't know. But this person's saying that they intentionally left it ambiguous. Like, it's almost like the narration didn't know. Like, it was saying, hey, we don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And it was like what we talked about on another episode. I think it was on the Psycho episode. You asked me like, oh, even though Norman was like a fat guy and stuff, you still pictured Anthony Perkins. And that's probably what I did with that one too.
Yeah. Well, and I described that too when I read Pet Sematary. I had seen the movie first, and then I just, it just kind of made visual. I don't know if it's better or worse. I don't know if it made it more enjoyable for me to already have a preconceived imagination. Like I obviously imagined all the actors from the book, Judd from the movie, and fucking Daddy, I love you, and all that shit. So
yeah, I don't know why they never talked about the female Cenobite with her throat open that somebody didn't fuck
like a vagina.
Yeah, I'd have fucked it.
I just think they two just ruins it, man. I hate when they're getting all wiped out by that the fucking doctor or whatever at the end of it.
I've been wanting to go back and watch 2 again.
Well, I keep forgetting I have the fucking box set, man. I'm excited. I might actually watch it. I've seen it tons of times, but
I've only seen it once, and it was so hard to get through the whole movie in one sitting.
It's tough.
It took me years. That's one I couldn't get into, but a lot of people love it.
To me, it's a movie kind of like a Nightbreed. It's just it's kind of got more of that crazy Clive Barker aesthetic and that wackiness, and it just misses the mark, man. Like the first movie, it makes it so creepy because you see the Cenobites at the very beginning and you see them at the very end, and at the very beginning it's very brief, like you see like their shadows and stuff. It's really creepy, and at the end when they come. At that climax, and they're just they come in the climax. It's funny.
I thought that too.
But you hear the box playing and the lights coming through the shades, and they're coming. It is so creepy, and they just all you get, the only inkling you get about where they come from is how Pinhead describes it, and it's creepy. And then they go to the second one, and they take you there, and they can't really capture it on film, and it just looks shitty. It doesn't look scary at all. Like Kirsty goes to hell and it's empty. There's no fire anywhere. It's just like she goes to like Uncle Frank. It's like they kind of describe it as everybody has their own personal hell, but she's able to visit everybody's personal hell, kind of like these different like caverns, like some sort of because
it's like
Frank
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah, I mean they did it better, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it's just like when she sees Uncle Frank and he's kind of like in this little room, and he's got all these, it's just, I mean, he's kind of breaking a sweat. I'm like, this doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
Like, if they all have personal hells, why is, I get it why his personal hell would be with Julia, but why are they both sharing the personal hell?
Oh. See, this kind of looks cool in certain shots.
Yeah, but it also looks like a fucking doll. Looks like a toy. Looks too cute.
Yeah. It reminds me of that'd be a cool toy, like from NECA or something.
It looks like a toy. It looks like a toy that they zoomed in on.
This kind of reminds me of fucking Howard the Duck.
Dude, why doesn't Bill get that fucking thing removed on his face?
How I just knocked on his head.
Yeah, the deadlights.
There's the boss from Shadow of the Colossus.
Hey, why aren't you answering me though? Why doesn't Bill get that fucking thing gnawed off his face? I don't understand. Like, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I would. I would just have to get it off.
He could be like, what's his name? Who was it? It was Rico Suave son.
Rico, I don't fucking know. Oh, Enrique Iglesias?
Yeah.
You're thinking Julio Iglesias' son?
Oh. Wasn't he related to Rico Suave or something?
No,
too?
Julio Iglesias is his dad.
Oh.
But what if the deadlights are that potent and powerful, why was Pennywise waiting so long to unveil him? You know?
He was just fucking with them. He figured like, oh yeah, I got him right where I want to. They can't get past this, but they already figured it out.
I love it, man. He fucking kills Eddie Spaghetti. He deserves to die.
I kind of feel bad for him though.
Look at him just spraying. Look at this.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him because like, I don't know. I think Pennywise should have won.
So, do you know what that scene reminded me of when he grabbed him? It kind of reminded me of Aliens, where the Queen grabs Bishop and rips him in half.
Yeah,
by the torso.
Something about the look of the spider, like the little scales or whatever, like on its skin, reminds me of like Gremlins 2.
Yeah, I get that. I can see that. This is cheesy, dude. When you see all the fireworks inside his deadlights, look at this. The fuck? I don't understand. It'd be pretty fucked up.
That's kind of what it does on Shadow of the Colossus too. Whenever you shoot those things out, it doesn't look like that though. He's like, no fair.
No fair, just walking away.
They should have put
the claymation. It kind of looks like we're watching. I can't fucking spit it out. The movie with the Kraken.
Oh, Cthulhu or something.
No, dude, I'm talking about.
Fucking the Greek mythology movie. I forgot what it's called too.
Why can't I fucking spit it out?
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans, like all the claymation shit.
Yeah.
So
every time I see Medusa heads, I think of Castlevania and I get pissed.
Yeah,
because I think of the wavy lines and shit. It pissed me off.
That thing comes back when I'm 70. Let's finish it once and for all.
So yeah, like, okay, so they do kill. I was thinking like he just retreats and then they leave. Like,
no, they follow. They're just leaving Eddie Spaghetti there, fucking crippled and dead. But
yeah,
how did he die? What did he do? He just dropped him, right?
Yeah.
How come there's no blood? He hit him that hard.
He's a decrepit little bitch. He probably had a
look at that. They push
attack.
him over, and how come they can look in his damaged deadlights? It doesn't hurt him, you know?
Yeah, this kind of looks like they just didn't. They ran out of time and they needed to end it. So yeah, just go push the spider over and
fucking start doing shit to it, punching it. How do they know that's gonna kill it though? How do they really know?
Probably just guessing at this point.
Pull out his heart.
I mean, they probably figured they got nothing to lose. They're probably like, we made it this far. We can't leave letting it maybe live. We got to make sure we kill it. Or we're never going to have normal lives again. Motherfucker. It doesn't even look like they broke it.
No, it looks like a giant Muppet. It looks like a Jim Henson thing. Doesn't even look scary.
I guess everybody was like, this is how it's going to end. This is kind of lame.
Yeah, it is a little anticlimactic. Like they just all kind of dogpile on it and start punching
they were talking about how they all felt like it should have ended with them actually fighting the real clown rather than this Muppet. because like it said that you don't see Pennywise. Like I think he disappears like 15 minutes before the end of the movie. You never see him again. He's here voice over
as the clown. Yeah. What, you think there should be a little bit more resolution with the clown part of him?
I don't know. Maybe that's what they were saying whenever they.
Well, because they were focusing on that in the movie, but in the book, he's pretty. He's just into everything. He shifts into everything, and I mean, I guess that's his quote unquote true form. But it confuses me because I thought the turtle was his true form. I mean, it's just a little confusing. I mean, after watching this, it kind of makes.
I don't remember if the turtle was him or if it was just some kind of like thing that kind of brought it into being or something. I remember, they talk about it in the what's the fucking thing called? I want to say Twin Towers, but it's the one that just came out. What's that called? Two Towers? Is that what it's called?
What?
What's the?
Oh, you mean Dark Tower?
Dark Towers, yeah.
We're like going from a Nicolas Cage Twin Towers movie to fucking Lord of the Rings sequels to finally get into the Dark Tower.
Yeah, they talk about the turtle there, and there's like, I guess some being shows up that might be the same kind of like being that it is, or fucking Pennywise.
What if it come from a planet that has a lot of Pennywises, like a lot of those type of? Look at this fucking movie.
In the book,
look at this movie. Yeah. This looks great, right? What a great movie.
They mentioned in the book that the spider was a female, and it was pregnant when they killed it, so that it could like shoot out a bunch of those little guys.
What? It's female too? So Pennywise is a female? See, like this seems to be where it should end, and all of a sudden we get this random ass scene where, that's
kind of how the book was too. Yeah, it has a long.
So why is Tim Reed like reading this epilogue, like it's over?
I think he narrated the book too.
And is it me or did Tim Reed get off really easy? He didn't have to face Pennywise, and he lived.
Yeah.
Like he did. I mean, he got stabbed. I'm not saying he got off easy, but he's in the hospital the whole time. He didn't have to face Pennywise. They did all the work.
Yeah, he got off easy, man.
His sadness.
See, he should have snapped her out of it by taking his cock out and dangling it in front of her face.
Dude, like she would never say no to anything. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, like I don't understand,
dude. Anal.
I don't understand why this is the answer. Do you? Does it make any sense?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just being in fear snaps her out of it. I don't know.
I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. It has no relevance. He's like, I went so fast, I thought I could beat the devil. This is what? Is he saying this illness she has is the devil? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
And why does this fucking guy care shaking his head? I'm sure the meter's running.
Yeah.
The taxi driver. Beat it, Andrew. Dude, it looks scary when he looks like he's going here he's going slower than shit. But
he should like drive into a bunch of incoming traffic and then bail and just let her ride it.
When there's the close-ups, it always looks like he's going really fast. Then when it shows the panned out shots, he's going slow. Well, no, he actually looks fast there. Is he fucking doing that, really? Dude, that'd be scary, like her sitting on the side of the bike like that while he's going fast.
Yeah, see, wouldn't that be awesome if he just jumped off and let her...
He's not keeping his eyes. You think she'd freak out if she woke up and... Wouldn't that freak you out if you woke up and you were fucking doing that? Like, holy shit.
They should just start fucking right there.
And she's all happy. She's not freaked out like, where the fuck am I? She's excited. Like, yeah, you broke the curse, Bill. Thank you. Like, she was aware she was in a vegetable state.
I wouldn't even want to touch her. She was hanging out in that fucking cocoon. That big ass spider.
Well, I'm sure you had to bathe her and wipe her ass and stuff.
He probably touched her with his little spider legs.
It said she's been out. She's been in that catatonic state for a few weeks. Mm-hmm. He was... The music's creep. Look at his music. Circus music.
Mm-hmm.
Give us some honking, Zach. Give us a little honking. There you go. This fucking music. It's kind of like Are You Afraid of the Dark fucking font. It just kind of looks a little cheap, little TV.
This song would have been used in episode 2.
It's great. It's kind of crazy. They have a movie there, a miniseries that's this long. And it's really they don't really need any other characters. I mean, they pretty much just kind of stick to, like, you see how small the cast was. It was just the main characters, and like they had Taxi Driver, you know, fucking shit like that.
It's pretty smart making like a story that takes like place over 30 years. Pretty clever.
Oh no, it really is clever and good use of flashbacks and things like that. But yeah, it's good. So is it as shitty as you remember it, the second part, or what's your opinions?
No, the first part's just the better part.
Yeah, it's got more Pennywise in it, I think.
Yeah,
and it's got that sweet ass effect where he goes down the fucking hole like he's claymation, blur, spinning.
Yeah, it kind of works better as like a Stand By Me, like coming of age kid going through scary shit movie.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our look back on It, the miniseries. And we're looking forward to the new one, obviously, in 2 weeks. And hopefully you guys give us some feedback of what you think of it as well. And I know for sure we'll do a commentary of it as soon as it comes out, you know. Mm-hmm. And, you know, as fast as movies come out on Blu-ray these days, or they hit like on demand first. You know, I'm sure we'll be doing a commentary of the new It within like 8 weeks, you know, 6 to 8 weeks. So I don't know. Make sure if you guys are watching us on YouTube as usual, check us out on iTunes and now the Stitcher app, which you can download on iTunes and Android for all you Android users, and soon to be Google Play. But for now, we got Stitcher. But check us out over there because, I mean, I say it every time. I'm going to keep beating it down, but those versions are going to be unedited, non-neutered. You know, we get to keep all the audio bits. We get to keep the movie playing in the background. We can do like the nice ear candy shit we do at the beginning for an intro and outro. And
I've actually been getting away with putting movie audio in the YouTube version too, but I gotta like turn it down a little bit more than I do on the podcast version.
Yeah, well, I mean, regardless, you're gonna get the better podcast elsewhere besides YouTube, and they always go up typically a day before, so that's also a perk. And but I mean, if you guys prefer YouTube, we appreciate that as well. But remember, on YouTube, subscribe, give us likes and that whole deal. Give us feedback. Same thing with iTunes. You know, give us 5-star reviews.
Thumbs up. The more thumbs up and stuff we got, the more likely it'll be. Like, I think that makes it more likely to show up when people just type in like
it does
into the search and YouTube and stuff.
It does. So keep spreading that. Share us with your friends. You know, share us on social media, all that stuff. If you know anybody that's kind of into this stuff. And yeah, keep giving us feedback. Give us 5-star ratings on Stitcher, app, iTunes, all that shit. Give us more requests. We love it. This wasn't requested. We just thought it was perfect to do it. But we still have a slew of requests we need to get through. But please let us know more. I mean, we don't necessarily do it on a first come, first serve basis. You know, sometimes people recommend stuff and it sounds really good that week, and we kind of like let it skip the line, you know, and we do it. Mm-hmm. So just give us those good ideas. Let us do some stuff and let us know how we're doing. If you like us, if you think we suck, I don't really give a shit either way. We're always going to be here. But let us know. And yeah, just revivalhouse.net. And that's all I got. Anything else? Hurry up. Yeah. Adios, guys. Bye-bye, puppets.